everybody, it's Alex and Todd from Paws With Cause. And we are live streaming from Zamarama Art Gallery. Everybody pretend, say hi to Bill. Hey Bill!
Hi Bill!
He has some gorgeous photos up here, and I know that during our live stream you'll be able to see not photos but actual artwork, portraiture by Michael Bell. So please come down, take a look. And also I want to thank the Everett Farmers Market. They are here helping us live stream and hosting this event. We have Jean behind the camera, Karen's here, and also Gary. So wonderful to have them here as part of this, and what they're doing for us and the other vendors of this region is just amazing. They're helping us bring our art, the art of our food, the art of our artisan work, and the art of our Paws With Cause things right to you and into your home. So it's very exciting that we are able to do that with you and with them.
Well, thank you. We're so excited to have you both here and learn more about what Paws With Cause is doing and your mission, and we're so excited to just learn a whole lot more. So, Alex, take it away.
Thank you so much. I will, and I'm going to also introduce Todd.
Hi.
Todd is one of our volunteers, and he also volunteers for, can you guess?
Yeah.
Perfect Pals, which is one of the 28 shelters for whom we paint and who our services go to. And Todd, you want to say a quick minute about Perfect Pals and how you got involved with that?
Perfect Pals is a great animal, it's a cat shelter. I decided I would like to start volunteering at a place, and I started there just doing dinners one night a week, and I started to fall in love with the cats, and I loved the way I felt when I was leaving the animal shelter, and so I decided to help more there. Now I'm feeding once a week, and I'm cleaning probably 2 or 3 times a week, depending on what I can fit in. I get to have a lot of interactions with all sorts of different kitties that makes me happy, and then I get to do some good for Perfect Pals as well.
You're kind of their Manny.
I'm their little cat, yeah,
That's
for
really
sure.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too. So we're so very happy to have him as part of our organization as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Todd has been great at our events where we sell our sit, stay, and play at home painting kit. And that was in response to the COVID. Because we could no longer have our paint days at the Everett Mall where we have the 825-foot studio, we developed this kit. And I'll have Todd show you what's in the kit. Come on over here and I'll move aside a bit. So within your kit you'll see a painting set, which has got everything you need in it for a couple of paintings, and a tip sheet, and color wheel. We also give you a little bit of information about eyes, because frankly, if you can nail the eyes, you are an artist. And it isn't that hard. There's 3 main things that you do. And if you ever want to know those 3 main things, give me a call or write me an email. And then you get a pet picture, a pre-sketched pet picture. This little baby happens to be Fuego from Everett Animal Shelter. And so it's pre-sketched for you, which is something that our volunteers do, including Todd. Each one of these are hand-sketched, so it makes it easy for you. And then also, you get a secret prize in your kit. And then a couple color book pages so that we can show you a few more of the wonderful animals that are out there. And you can give those to your kids so that you don't have to share your painting kit, or you can just have fun with them. This is Posados, this is their goat. So in our kits, you can have a cat, you can have a dog, or you can have farm animals. And before I leave the thought of the color book pages, there's something fun on the back for the grown-ups too. So in the answer to some of the farmers markets we were doing, we got some local sponsors, and that's a lot of the way that we survive as well, is we have local sponsorships. So we have Paws Gourmet Bakery, and they will give you a 15% discount. We have Blanc and Rouge out of Snohomish, and if you want to go in for a Friday tasting there, they will give you a free tasting for 2 at Blanc and Rouge in Snohomish on Fridays. Pet Pros is one of our wonderful sponsors. Go in there, make a small purchase, and you'll get a goodie bag of really great treats from them for worth upwards of $15. Just a second while I reach off camera to show you an example of that. Okay, not reaching off camera, but I'll make one up. It will give you some really fun little things for your animals.
That's wonderful.
Never know what's in there. And then we've got the Buzz-In, who's also one of our great sponsors, and through December 31st, they'll give you 2-for-1 burgers if you drop on by.
Oh my gosh.
So we have some really great local sponsors, and that's part of what we're always trying to do, is keep it local, just like the farmers market does. Let's honor local, let's shop small, let's give art of the heart. So we love the fact that we're doing this, and this isn't the only thing that we have for sale. I like to tell people that I've never wanted my name in a bathroom hallway, but I've got it in there now. We are in 9 Fred Meyers, and you will see our portraits up there. So if you've seen those and you've wondered what they are, they're the local shelter animals. And we are 9 Fred Meyers, and we are in about 16 other places. So banks and vets offices. We are in a hospital. We are in the Paul Allen Flying Heritage and Combat Armor Museum. We've been seen at Linwood City Hall. We've been seen at the Snohomish County Courthouse Plaza. So big as well as small places, and we're always looking for new great places to help these animals get seen and noticed. Fred Meyers alone, we will have 3,000 to 5,000 viewers every week in our 9 Fred Meyers. So imagine the number of animals that might get seen and helped. And you'll recognize us by our little Adopt Me posters, and then we have small takeaway cards as well. So
right, I've seen these in our local Fred Meyers, and it's so exciting because I knew what they were.
Yes.
And I absolutely love, you can just pick up a card and read about the pet. You can buy the painting, or you can go and adopt it.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what we want to do. Even if Draco wasn't there, there's another worthy pet there waiting for you. So at any given time, 5.5% of Americans are looking for a new animal, which means that there are roughly 18 million people looking for a new pet at any given time. Now, the fact is there's only 8 million animals in the animal shelters. So our job is to just get them noticed. And then we will take care of this problem. And it's not that simplistic, but it sure helps. If we can get 3,000 to 5,000 animals per year adopted per region, we can help the animal shelters all over the United States, and that's what we're going for here.
So I know a little bit here, but tell everybody out there in viewer world, who's painting these for you? Tell me about that.
Well, Todd. So just your average everyday guy who suddenly got spun into our web is painting, but also we started with senior citizens. So I refer to them as the yayas, young acting, young at heart seniors. And I started painting with them about 5 years ago. And I went in on site to the assisted living centers, and they didn't have to know how to paint because, frankly, almost anything can turn into a beautiful painting. If they put their heart into it, it can turn out gorgeous. So we taught them to paint, and then we opened up our doors at the Everett Mall and asked the community to come in and paint with us. And on a regular paint date, sometimes less, sometimes more, but we might see 60 people, we might see 200 people. So the whole community has started painting with us. And then we started a focus on at-risk youth, and we've been painting with them. Got a couple pictures here if you want to see some of the beautiful stuff that's gone into the Flying Heritage and Combat Armor Museum, where we've shown them. Did I get that?
Absolutely. Let's see. I love yayas. Isn't that fun? Young at heart, young
acting, young at heart seniors. And at one point, one of the gentlemen who was painting with me said, I don't want to be known as a yaya. And almost simultaneously, we came up with a new name for him, and it was Yo-Yo. So he's a yo-yo. But there's a picture of our yayas painting. And this was actually the first time that they came into the Everett Mall where they saw some of their paintings displayed, and they were just shocked. They didn't know they were famous artists.
That's just great.
It was really cute.
And I know you told me about one gal who painted for you that's 85.
Yes. Her name was Marion, and she painted with me for the first time about 2 years ago. She has Alzheimer's. And after she got done painting, she came over, and I could tell there was a purpose in what she was about to tell me. And I knew to be patient because my mother had Alzheimer's. So I waited until she got all her words in a row, and then she said to me, "This makes you feel like you're more than you thought you were." And that was so important to me, and it stuck with me for a long time, obviously. So yeah, Marion did a wonderful job painting for us, and this is what we're here to do. About 50% of the seniors that have health issues suffer from depression as well. So this gets them out, and you can pull up almost anything, the Mayo Clinic or CDC, and they will talk about how art therapy helps your brain and helps you feel more confident in what you're doing. You find that when you paint?
It's definitely a very relaxing thing. I can sit down and paint, and when I look at the clock again, I'll it's 3 hours, and it really is, I don't know, good for, it relieves some stress for me, and it just gets my mind off of everything, and I get to relax. I really enjoy it.
That's so nice. Yeah, Yeah, they've said that even watching people do art is
Yeah.
therapy. Yeah. This happens to be another picture of a pet that was in an animal shelter, and it's a before and after picture. And you can obviously see that on the right side is the after, and on the left side is the before. And what a difference just having a home makes to these guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And this is our friend John who adopted this dog. Supporter of Paws With Cause. Here's a quick picture of some of the paintings that we have currently at Paul Allen's Flying Heritage and Combat Armor Museum. And these were young people who were just starting to learn to paint, and I just told them to go crazy and go wild, and they did some beautiful work. So we are just thrilled about the recognition that's coming to the seniors as well as the juniors. And we have another program that I call YIP, Young Entrepreneur Program, where we invite kids to come in and they can get their social hours for school, their social service hours, and they can learn to sketch, they can come to events, or they can help us with our 25 hallway galleries, help us with rotating and keeping them up. So that's another way that we try to connect the community as well.
That is just wonderful. I love it. Yip, yayas, and yo-yos.
I think going, don't we? So in addition to the sit, stay, and play kit right now, which we're selling for $25, which makes an excellent Christmas present, because of the farmer's market, we're going to do a special. And if you would like to order a sit, stay, and play kit for $25, then we will throw in for free another outlined sketch of a second shelter animal for you at no charge. And you can order that on our website, pawswithcause.org, and just enter promo code Everett Farmers Market, and we'll put that second sketch in there. And let me show you what that looks like.
Excellent. How fun is that? Who doesn't like getting a little extra something? And promo codes are such a fun way to do it.
Yeah. So Todd has a picture of one of the farm animals. It has not been inked yet, but how cute is that little pig?
So it's sketched on there.
It is. And then because Todd works for Perfect Pals, we have Juliet from Perfect Pals to represent Wonderful Cat. Do you know her?
Wonderful Cat, yes,
You
I
know
do
her.
know her, yes.
Oh, she's perfect.
She has a friend named, what would you guess, Romeo.
Romeo. Yeah. And they go together. They're a bonded pair, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one is sketched, and look at that talent. So this was one of our yips, one of our young entrepreneurs
Wow.
that sketched this for us, and this was one of her first sketches.
That's
So we
amazing.
work hard to make sure that that's all done. And then also we're going to show you Northwest Boxer. And so here's another beautiful one. This is Clyde from Northwest Boxers that we have hand sketched. So any one of these, which is a $10 value, would go free in your kit just by mentioning Everett Farmers Market when you go to check out with us.
Wonderful.
So these are some of the opportunities that we have right now for you for purchase. Wait, do you want to talk about this one?
This is what, I know this cat. This is from Perfect Pals as well. He is a wonderful cat. I feed him. I actually fed him earlier today. And he is with Kathy Santilia, who is the founder of Perfect Pals. He's a wonderful little cat.
You wouldn't say she has favorites, but she might have a favorite.
Right. This, and I think this is a really great painting of her. It really kind of brings out who she is in it.
Oh, that's special. And you don't have to be a tremendously wonderful artist. Like I said, get the eyes and follow the outline that we have, and you can be an artist.
And it's a great activity. We, as a family on Christmas Eve, like to do some sort of activity, and actually this year, that's what we're going to be doing. We're all going to be getting together and getting a painting. We're all going to
Very fun.
be great.
And this is another one. Now, this happens to be mine, and I learned to paint 5 years ago when I started this. I didn't know how before then. And so it's just whatever you want to do, tips and tricks come along, and you pick them up, and you work with your fellow artists and pick up new things, and it's not hard. It's like happy little accidents all the time. Let's say. Let's give the note to Bob. So we have about 9 artists that are capable of doing custom artwork as well, and we encourage that. One of the news anchors has one coming to them this week from the Seattle News Anchors. Won't drop names, but we are doing all kinds of them. We have about 14 customs right now. So we're full for Christmas, but right after Christmas, if you want a gift certificate, we could get more done. The one that's going to the anchor is about, well, just about the big size of this wall right here, so it'll be huge.
Oh my gosh, how fun is that? A custom.
Sizes.
painting of your animal.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They are really well done.
They really are. Papa's going to take a quick talk about this one. This happens to be one of our best painters. Caleb is the cat's name.
And I really love, so I got involved with Paws With Cause just over COVID. I had saw a auction online for some of their paintings, and I really liked a few, so I bought one, and then I ended up buying another one, and I put them up on the wall, and I thought, well, it's kind of empty. I need to get more. And so I've been buying more and more that I see that I think go along with my little gallery of them, and this is definitely one that I really like. I really like the white and the whiskers, and how you can tell the brown tabbies have the little black stripes above their head. So it's just a beautiful picture, and the eyes as well.
They call that the Majestic
gorgeous.
M. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
gorgeous, isn't it?
Majestic M.
Yeah, it's beautiful. She just really captured that. And you don't have to have a lot of extra stuff in there to make it look gorgeous.
No,
It's
it's
really beautiful.
very simple but absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
So I know I would love to talk a bit more about our sponsors too. So I talked about our local sponsors, but we've also got a national sponsor in art, in deco art, and we use their Americana acrylics paint in our sit, stay, and play kits, and they've been wonderful to us, helping us, supporting us by providing the paint kits for us, or the paint pots for us, which is a huge savings to us. And we do occasionally vlogs for them as well, and that's something kind of wonderful because we can get some of our junior artists seen that way and get them out into the public as well. And this picture that's being done right now that I mentioned a few moments ago, we're also doing snippets of that too, which will go out and be shown about how you do certain art techniques and how our deco art relationship is working with that. So they've been a wonderful sponsor for us. Michael's Crafts is coming on, and they're going to be working with us on our canvases, because you can imagine if we're doing 200 of these a month, there's a little cost for us there, and we want to get as much of the money back to the shelters as possible. If I haven't said it, we work with 28 shelters around the area and are always looking for a way to take on more. So we've just started doing Northwest Boxer and Greyhound Rescue, some of the ones that you might not know. We also do NOAA, Perfect Pals, Paws, Progressive Animal Welfare, Posados, Emerald City Pet, Seattle Humane, Seattle Animal Shelter, Everett Animal Services. I could go on. So we'll paint for just about anybody.
Community Cat Coalition.
Community Cat Coalition, yes.
Yeah, tell me about what they've got going on over here.
Okay, well, Community Cat Coalition is a group of rescuers and trappers, also shelters. And what they do is they go out and they try to help our over 750,000 homeless cats in this area. And they do that by first finding out about them. Cats, when they're lost, abandoned, or stray, or feral, naturally coalesce into a group, and that becomes a community cat group. And they take care of one another in that group. So what Community Cat does, Community Cat Coalition, is they get together, and when they find one of these groups of cats, whether it's in the farmlands or just in an abandoned lot next to an apartment building, they go in and they first assess the situation to see what's going on and how many cats. And then in rapid order, after assessing, they trap the cats humanely, then they spay and neuter them so that this cycle doesn't continue to repeat. And then any of those cats that need medical attention, they work with local vets to get them that attention and take care of them so that they don't spread disease nor suffer, and get them healthy, get them well again, and then release them back to where they were thriving. But they release them back, spayed and neutered, and healthy. And then if need be, if there's not a food source there, they'll set up a feeding station. So there's all these wonderful people around there that work with Community Cat Coalition to help these animals to thrive and survive in place where they are. Of course, if any of those were domesticated animals, or could be domesticated, then they get them into the shelters and they find them new homes. About 80% of the kittens that come up in the spring, which they call kitten season, come from these community cat areas, these cats that are just out there. And so we save the kittens that way, spay and neuter them, and we'll eventually reduce that number by huge increments every year. And that's what Community Cat Coalition does. I love them because they're so grassroots at what they do. So we support them by commingling our events with them, showing off their coffee cozies. They also have face masks. You can go on their site, Community Cat Coalition of Washington.com. And they have kitty blankets. I have two at my house.
I have two.
Yeah. Every cat needs its own blanket. It's pretty cute. So we love them, and they're a wonderful group of people. They're made out of South County Cat. Pasados is in Community Cat Coalition. The Feral Spay and Neuter program is there for spay and neutering. So that's all who's come together, and others. Meow Cat Rescue is also in that. So those are some of the main things that I would love to talk with you about, as well as personal sponsorships. Do we have a moment for that?
We have a moment for that, and then I also want you to touch on your artist that's doing cards.
Yeah, let me go to that first, if I may.
Sure.
This is Catherine James. This is Designs by Catherine. And what she has done, she's just a fabulous artist, and she's joined us at Paws With Cause. She also works with Save a Mutt and several other places around here, and she takes these gorgeous pictures, and then she pulls together the story of these animals, and then sells them on the cards, and a portion of the proceeds of her cards go back to the shelter itself. So this is a Community Cat Coalition trip, one we have at the farmers market, and a portion of this will then go back to support Community Cat Coalition. Cards are $4.95 for the small and $5.95 for the large. Those are lovely, and it's always a story about an animal that you're helping. Yeah, they are lovely, and she's an amazing artist. So designed by Catherine James. So, just very quickly.
So tell me about your sponsorships.
Thank you. Well, you already saw the back of the color book pages, and so that's a thing. We would like to get local information out there to people and entice them to come back in with coupons, so we'll be rerunning those color book pages with different of our area eateries and pet stores, and so you can write the space on the back, and that will help us pay for our items here as well as go back to the shelters. 85% of everything that we make goes back to the shelters over and above our costs, and that's one sponsorship. Another type of sponsorship is your own workplace. Often works have something set up where they will donate in kind. Anything you give, they will match. In addition to that, the larger places, Microsoft, Expedia, Yahoo, and Google, also have share portals. One of them is called Benevity, and you can sign up Paws With Cause on your work's portal, and then we will get a benefit from that. Whether it's in-kind work, like maybe you do a document for us for Paws With Cause because we need a business analysis, and then you get volunteer hours for it, and then we get the document, and they give us a little stipend as well. So that's another wonderful way to do it, in addition to their matching and just your gifting. We have several people who have regular, recurring gifts that they give to us, and we really appreciate that. Thank you for asking.
Well, Alex, this has been just so fantastic to learn all of this that you're doing with Paws With Cause. And where do people find you? How do they find you? How do they...
Well, we're absolutely at the Everett Mall, so you can stop by there. We're not always staffed, but you can stop by there and see our works, and of course you can see us in the hallways. And in addition to that, we are at pawswithcause.org, PAWSWITHCAUSE.org. So you can find us there as well.
Wonderful. And you're on Facebook. I see you advertising on Facebook.
Paws With Cause 1.
Okay.
Yeah, look for our orange and purple logo.
Okay, Paws With Cause 1 on Facebook. Well, gosh, we're so thankful that you joined us at the Everett Farmers Market Virtual, so thank you so much. And
Thank you.
Todd, keep supporting and find more like you to bring on board. She needs more of you.
And big shout out again to Everett Farmers Market. They've made a huge difference to a lot of people all through the summer, through COVID, and through this holiday season, and then also to Damarama Art Gallery for having us here. Thank you very much.